Welcome, everybody, today to this very special Sunday morning chat. We have this week with us legendary Fort Lauderdale manager Terry Portice with us. Coach, welcome in.
Good morning. Thank you.
Let's jump right into things here. So it was announced. Well, you didn't really announce it, but you made the decision this year that you were retiring. This was going to be your last year. What was your thought process that led you to that decision?
A couple things. I always said that when I decided to retire, that I would know that when you don't. What happened was we had a practice rained out, and many years, that would have killed me, and it didn't actually kill me. So I kind of felt that that might have been a little sign that it was time. And the other thing that I always said is that I would never leave the cupboard bare when I left. And I got a team where I only have one senior. So it'll be an opportunity for a coach to step in and have a successful year and not have an empty cupboard.
So a few weeks ago, you were honored by Coral Glades manager Joe Franco. What was that moment like? And have you had similar moments like that throughout the course of this year?
Yeah, that was pretty neat and very unexpected. Joe and I go back to, I actually coached against him when he played at Coral Springs. And he was in our district for years with Monarch. And it was a big surprise. It was very humbling, but deeply appreciated.
And have you had any other of those moments, throughout the year? Have you had, as you travel to different fields that you're going to be on for the last time? Have you felt any of those emotions?
Yeah, it was pretty neat. Down at MacArthur, we took pictures together. O to B, Charlie Cardinelli, Chief, and I took pictures together. And when we played Deerfield, Drew Phillips and his staff took pictures with me. It's really a humbling thing.
So you got one final district tournament coming up next week. Um, you hit a little bit on it, but talk about the emotions of what you're going through and how hard it is to deal with those emotions in real time, um, while trying to keep the focus on the district tournament and on this year's team.
I really haven't had much of an issue with that. Practicing every day and having 3 games a week kind of keeps you occupied. So I haven't really dealt with those feelings yet. They had an appreciation night the other night for me where I had to deal with them a little bit. It was very unexpected. But for the most part, I've remained focused on baseball, and I figure I'll have time to contemplate these things when I'm through.
Sure. So a lot has changed from when you started coaching and now. Coaches talk all the time about things have changed for the worst in high school baseball and how they've changed for the worst. But tell me some of the areas where you think high school baseball has changed for the better since you started coaching.
Well, I think knowledge-wise, a couple of things, and it specifically deals with the weather. It used to be we were kind of left in charge when there was rain and lightning and so forth, and we weren't equipped for that situation, and now it's taken out of our hands. I think the umpiring has gotten better. I think they're more professional than they used to be. Um, those are the two big things that I think have changed for the better.
And if you could change one thing that maybe has gone downhill or something that you would just alter in the game, what would it be?
Kids changing schools at a whim. Being able to go to this school one year, this school the next year, this school another year. I think that's ridiculous. I think you make a commitment to a school for the education, and then you remain there and have your child make a commitment to the program.
Switching gears a little bit, what are some of your favorite memories of coaching throughout the years? The ones that just stand out to you right off the top of your head?
Oh, the district championship in 2003 at St. Thomas, and they went on to win the state that year. So we actually handed them their last lot. There was 3 great meetings between my son and Sean Gallagher, and they were three outstanding games. And I think beating Cardinal Gibbons at Archbishop McCarthy in the semifinals was a huge one as well. So those two pop out right away.
So when your name comes up around the county, how much pride do you take in the fact that when people talk about Coach Portice to other coaches, your name always comes up as someone they respect that did it the right way. You coached your players hard, always had passion for the game. You've been at one school, your entire career. How does that make you feel that others look at you in that way and look up to you in that way?
Well, it makes me feel great. It makes me think that Gene and Delma, my folks, did a pretty damn good job. I think it's always about character. It's not about being liked. It's about being respected. And I think I've earned that over the years with the way I run the program. And I'm proud to have spent the entire thing at Fort Lauderdale High.
Switching gears a little bit, in October, you were inducted into the inaugural class of the HSBN South Florida Hall of Fame. Tell me a bit about that experience and the emotions that go along with being recognized as one of the greatest ever to manage in Broward County.
Well, that was just incredible and unexpected. Again, it's a very humbling thing. The really neat thing about it was I went in with Frankie Boombalis, and Frankie and I go back literally 45 years. So that was a pretty neat thing. It was, again, unexpected, come from a very small town, and the people on the stage were electric. So it was a very proud moment.
Yeah, it was a great night. If there's one thing you could change about your career, what would it be?
I probably would have got started in high school earlier. I was a business owner and I had to dedicate a lot of time to my business, obviously, until I got it established. I would have liked to have got started in high school a little sooner than I did.
What are you going to miss most about coaching?
Well, the staff and players, the camaraderie, the jokes, the learning moments, the laughter, the after game meetings, really interesting and fun. But the players, you're going to miss the players.
Let's finish on this. If you could give words of wisdom to a young coach just getting into the system, what advice would you offer up about coaching?
Establish a program with definitive rules, enforce them, be fair, have fun.
Awesome. And as it gets closer, what have you envisioned that your retirement's going to look like?
I've seriously thought about doing some umping when I'm retired because they're always right. I want to have a job where you're always right. So I've
Sure.
considered that, and but spending more time with family, my wife, my kids, my grandkids. Um, but do a little work. I can't sit around all day. I have to do something.
All right, Coach. Well, it's been great talking to you. I just want to say personally, not over for myself, but I speak for a lot of the coaches and a lot of your former players and friends of yours. You've been a class act, and we all appreciate everything you've done for the game of high school baseball down here in South Florida, and personally for what you've always supported HSBN and what we've tried to do to promote these players and programs. So it's much appreciated, and I wish you nothing but happiness as you move into the next chapter of your life.
Well, thank you so much, but I've gotten as much out of baseball as I put into it. So I'm a blessed man.
All right, Coach. Have a good one.
Take care.
All right.